Welcome back, everybody. If you've seen the prior two episodes, you know that we are counting down the days. This is day 10 of our 12-day trip to the UK. Day 1, we found a special piece of UK gold. Can't wait to show it to you. But we found many interesting artifacts along the way and coins, so I thought I would count down to that special day 1. Before we get started on this episode, if you haven't already, please take just a second to like and subscribe to this video, give a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you will get notified when new videos get posted. Well, without further ado, we're going to jump right into day 10, hit the fields in the UK, and enjoy this adventure. Welcome to rainy and gray, windy England. It is day 10, and we're out in the field. We've been out here for a few hours. It's just started to cloud up, and we've got a little bit of spritzing happening right now, but that's okay. Most people are back having lunch at the van. I'm still out at the corner of the field. Just had a signal here, and it looks like a good one. Let's take a look. So here's the hole. It was down about 6 or 7 inches. It rang up high. It's like an 84, and I believe what we have here is a hammered silver coin. I'm just going to give it a little bit of water and take another look. Can we just take a minute to talk about love? Or more specifically, love tokens? Because that's what this coin is thought to be. See, it's common theory today that during the reign of William III, which was the last decade of the 1600s, young men would take his coins, obliterate the portrait of the monarch by rubbing and rubbing and rubbing until there was nothing left, and then bend the coin and offer it to a young lady for her affection. Now, if the young lady was interested, she kept the coin as a sign that she would reciprocate his affection. If she tossed it away, well, it was on to the next for the young man. And it's one of the reasons that as metal detectorists, we find a lot of these coins near old fairgrounds, fair sites. And it's also said that sometimes the young man would actually physically bend the coin in front of the girl to show his physical strength. But being thin hammered silver coins, it really wasn't that difficult. While researching love tokens, I stumbled across a very interesting posting on the Detecting Hub by a contributor named Evan. And Evan posits 3 alternative theories about these love tokens. The first one is that counterfeiting was rampant during this period of William III, which is the last decade of the 1600s. And unscrupulous people would take hammered copper coins, dip them in silver, and try to pass them off as legitimate silver coins. So one way to try to detect whether a coin was silver or not was simply to bend it, and if the copper showed through on any of the either of the edges, it was clearly a counterfeit coin. So it's basically an anti-counterfeiting device. That's one theory. The second theory is that we know William III was disliked by a large percentage of the population at the time. He was considered a foreigner. He was a staunch Protestant. He had a very open dislike and hatred for Catholics. So, second theory is that those who had the sixpence and were using them would simply rub the face, rub the coin as a way of showing their dissatisfaction with the monarch. The third theory is that, well, the coins themselves were produced on a very thin sheet of silver. And there was a shortage of coinage, so the coins were heavily circulated, and it's just through normal wear and tear that the coins were worn, lost the images, just like I lost the coin, and became bent in circulation. Those are 3 alternative theories, but to be honest, the love token theory is the prevailing theory, and what a great story behind these metal detecting finds, to think of them as an article of romance and love. On to the next. Well, you know you are on good medieval ground when you see some of these
laying about the field. These are medieval tobacco pipe stems broken off from the bowl, and you find them from time to time in the field. It's our second one in the last couple days, and this is clearly a medieval site. Okay, this is an interesting one. These mounds here are made by moles or other ground creatures that have pushed up dirt from under the ground. And it's often said that you can often find artifacts get pushed out of the ground. Well, this is ringing up as a 5960. It's sort of a classic signal for medieval hammered silver. So we're going to take a look at this one here and see what waits in this hole. Okay, it's over here. Let's get a pinpointer on it and see what we have. Well, it looks like it's a piece of bronze. Might be a design on there. It's a fragment of something. Definitely has some age to it. Well, we'll let it dry and see if it comes up, but it is old, and it was interesting. It was pushed out, and it was in the mound on the top. We'll keep searching these mounds and hopefully find some goodies. Well, it's a slow day here on day 10 so far. I might have one or two hammered coins. We'll see when we get in. We have an Edward penny, lots of buttons. But I was just walking back to the van, preparing to have a quick bite of lunch. I'm walking across the field here, and I want to show you something really interesting. Some of the guys are gridding. So you can see this line here that's been done in the soil with their shovel. I'll give you a better shot of it here. It's a line that's going straight down here. And gridding is great because it helps you understand where you are relative to everything else. But there is a booming signal right here. It's coming up as 88, 89, 90. Right on the line. Right on the gridding line. So it's a target that somebody missed. We're going to go in and see what it is. Could be junk. Could be great. Well, let's find out together. And it's here. Oh, there it is. It's a coin, and it's kind of beat up. Difficult to see if there's anything off of that, but I'm sure Steve will be able to give us an idea. It's feels like a hammered um, farthing type of coin. Anyway, right on the line. Someone came right over it and missed that, but that's part of the game. Is you can't cover it all, and sometimes you walk over it, not even knowing. Well, I had a faint 87, 88 signal in this hole. Dug down way deep, almost gave up on it, but I kept going. And here's what we got. Second one of these of the day. Beautiful little crotal bell. And the second one, well, the first one is about the same size as this one. Little mini crotal bell. This one looks complete. Hopefully it'll ring when I clean the dirt out tonight. Crotal bell, second one of the day. Had a blast of a signal here in the mid to high 80s. I dug it out, and this is what I found. Not exactly sure what it is. It kind of looks like it could be related to some sort of insignia, maybe an army or um, some sort of service insignia. But the hole in the center looks a little bit crude, so we'll Steve take a look at it. Could be older than 20th century. We'll see.
Hey, day 10 is in the books, and 2 more days to go. Today's weather was, well, variable. We had some wind, we had some rain, we had some sun, we had some dry spells. All in all, not a bad day for March. We were spoiled by the early, unseasonably warm temperatures through most of last week. You know, when I started on this trip, day 3, day 4, Your body is working 8 hours a day, 8.5 hours a day, out in the field, swinging a metal detector, squatting down, digging holes, standing up, walking some more, etc. And you wonder if you're ever going to make it to the end of 12 days, 12 consecutive days. But now that it's day 10, with only 2 more days to go, you think, gee, I wish there was more time. Well, there won't be. It's 12 days and that's it. But there's always the fall. Before we think about the fall, let's look at today's finds right now. Okay, from left to right, you see some buckle fragments. There's a pipe stem that was a ground find, eyes only, as I was walking around. Number of musket balls of various shapes and a lead bullet. Buttons, 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 buttons. Boy, do I have buttons! Lots of different shapes and sizes. A nice little mother of pearl, a gold gilt. Little furniture attachment there. Lead seal bag seal, excuse me. Clasp, a couple of doodads, including a little thimble fragment here. Here we have a love token. It's silver, but it's really not much left. It's very flat and toned from being in the ground. A couple of modern greenies, sort of the 1800s. Georgian coin weight from the 1700s. We've got a 16th to 17th century leather mount. And the most interesting find of the day, probably this 16th to 17th century spur rowel.
Here's a wonderfully elaborate spur and its rowel. Now, this one is earlier, it dates to about 1400, and it's either French or Spanish. It's currently in the collection of the Metropolitan Museum in New York. It's quite a beautiful piece, but you can clearly see the function of the rowel.
Yeah, poor horses that had to endure that little bit um, of spur attachment, and then a 16th century book clasp, probably from a Bible. And finally, two little crotal bells. This one doesn't ring. It's missing a bit of the bottom. Doesn't ring. But this one rings. Lovely crotal bell, 300 years old, still rings. Complete. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Until next time, happy detecting, and may all your tones be high tones. See you next time. Take care.